on Fury in Ngannou. What is that? Tyson Fury will finally return to the ring this weekend when he faces former UFC champion Francis Ngannou in a crossover bout in Saudi Arabia. Fury will square off with the former UFC heavyweight superstar Ngannou under professional boxing rules. You're privileged to watch it on pay-per-view. £21.95. Will you be stumping up for that? Will you be one of those who says, yeah, it's too good to pass up? I will be buying and watching this fight this weekend. I will pay for it. £21.95. Or are you one of the many who are saying, not for me and not at that price? I will not be going anywhere near it. Either which way, let us know. 03717 223344 81089. Spencer, the very fact that you are here and not there tells me you're not that bothered about it.
Well, I'm disappointed we've been banned from going. That's why we're not there, Jim. We was originally going.
Are you in the club with him and I? All right.
Yeah, we're in the club. So talkSPORT unfortunately weren't allowed to go to this event, and it would be a great event with the people that are there. And I've seen I've seen lots of. I've seen a lot of online stuff, and it looks fantastic. And the Saudis really gone out, and they put on they're going to put on a great show. As a boxing fight, is it competitive? No, I don't think it is. I mean, Francis Ngannou, though, has got an incredible story. His background, working on the sand mines from when he was 9 years of age. In 2012, he decided to leave the country, look for a better life, travelled through numerous countries, 14 months on the road, done 2 months in jail in that time as well, landed up in France, walks into a boxing gym and says, I want to become a boxer. Someone took him under their wing and said a quicker way to earn money is to go into the MMA fight. He went into MMA, become the UFC champion. Now he's having his first fight against undoubtedly the best heavyweight of our modern era.
So to you, £21.95, is that value for this fight?
I mean, yeah, because I love, it's all about the entertainment value for me. It's not something like, if I didn't pay the £21.95, I'd be sitting there wanting to watch it. So why not? I'm
with my friend and colleague to my right.
Are you not going to watch it, Simon?
I'm out.
No. You're not going to watch it?
No, I'm not interested in it.
How are we going to do our talk boxing show if you don't watch it? Or
because I'll rely on your knowledge, so it'll be about a 6-minute show then, won't it? But no, I'm not going to watch it. Listen, I appreciate what it is. I appreciate the sentiments of it. I've had my conversations with Frank Warren about it, and I appreciate what it leads to. But as an event, like many other events, it's not for me.
So, you said there, Simon, I appreciate what it is. What is it?
It's a gatekeeper. It's a gateway to a relationship with the Middle Eastern money and the PIF fund or whoever Frank's done a deal with, to open the doors to not allow the Saudis to be a disruptor that doesn't make fights and creates an inflation in the fighters' minds so that if they don't get Saudi money, they don't get paid. It's actually a gatekeeper to giving that opportunity for more fights to be made. If the relationship between Queensberry, Top Rank, and the PIF guys or whoever they're doing it with opens the door to the fights like it looks like with Fury versus Usyk, then I'm for that. I'm just not for this.
Do you know what? I look at the flip side of that and just look at the opportunity for Francis Ngannou, the money that he's going to earn. If you look at the life he's had, living in a mud hut, like the story that I've just told, where he's come from, where he's got to.
Where did mud hut come from?
That's where he lived. That's where he lived.
You bought into this story, have you?
I bought into the story.
You bought into this story.
He lived in a mud hut. His family have never even had a bank account. This guy comes from poverty like you would not believe. So I like that. I like the story. So I'm invested.
Right.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to actually, Simon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a little YouTube clip here of Francis Ngannou. If you've got a spare 5 minutes in your busy schedule, you can watch it and then tell me what you think.
I don't doubt that in his discipline, clearly he is a significant achiever. But I'm not interested in his discipline.
It's just not for you.
It's just not for me.
It's
and
just
that's
not
fine.
for you.
For other people it is.
Yeah. And a moneymaker, as you say, Simon, in that part of the world. Certainly, when he was on the other day, one of the most experienced promoters of the lot, he's been in the game forever. Bob Arum joined us and he said, you know what? This whole thing, Fury and Ngannou, is going to get the whole heavyweight division moving.
I think that's not only fair, but it's a very astute observation. Because that is exactly what the situation is, that all of us in boxing are grateful that His Excellency Turkey and his group stepped up and became so enthusiastic about the sport of boxing that they're starting with Fury and Ngannou, and it will continue with Fury and Usyk, plus, as I understand it, a rematch, automatic rematch, win or lose either guy.
I mean, Aram is trying to tell us, this is meaningful because it's going to trigger a lot further down the line.
And he's right.
Maybe to that extent he is right, Simon. But you just will not and are not going to buy into it, literally, at £21.95. But that's beside the point. As an event, you just do not think that this is what the fight game needs at this time.
No, I don't. I don't think it's fitting for the WBC heavyweight champion of the world that hasn't fought a particularly meaningful fight in 2 years nearly to be fighting an MMA fighter.
But it is a 10-rounder, right? Not the WBC title on the line.
Of course, I'm not suggesting that. What I want to see, and what I personally want to see, and what my opinion is worth, is for people to determine. I want to see they make this conflation. Well, Ali fought a Japanese wrestler, but Ali had fought everybody. Ali had fought everybody at that point. It fought Joe Frazier. It fought George Foreman. It fought Kenny Norton. It fought everybody. We've got a debate going on about Tyson Fury, who's at this moment in time playing hide and seek and crying about everything anyone else says about him because it's not complimentary all the time, about whether we think this is good for boxing. What's good about it is Tyson gets rich, which is everybody else's job. Remember we sat here 18 months ago debating about how the Tyson Fury-Anthony Joshua fight should be $150 million and everybody should make sure that they get that kind of money. My debate is I want to see the best in class fighting the best in class. And if this helps achieve that, then I'm happy for that to be the case because Hearn couldn't make fights in Saudi. Warren and Aram seem to have opened the door, and if the fight on the 23rd of December happens, then they've done what they said they were going to do, and this was the gatekeeper, so I'm happy for it to be the case. I just don't want to watch it as a spectacle.